Welcome to FirstHand, the New Zealand First podcast. I'm Tanya Unkovich, your host and a New Zealand First List MP based in Epsom. Join me and my guests as we explore the first-hand experiences and perspectives of New Zealand First and our journey to bring balance, experience and common sense to our politics. This is FirstHand, the New Zealand First podcast. This is the first episode from what will be a regular podcast series. In the next episodes, we will have a wide variety of guests. For example, the Right Honourable Winston Peters and the Honourable Shane Jones, not to mention the remainder of our caucus. Well, I got into politics by making a decision one day, and it was during a time in New Zealand where things were becoming a little bit uneasy. Now, it was actually back in 2017 when I first thought about politics, local politics actually, but life happened and my parents became unwell, so I ended up spending a lot of time taking care of them. And then it was around 2020, 2021 when I started feeling a little bit uneasy about not only our political scene, but also just the way New Zealand was. And I've always been one who wanted to try and contribute back to mankind. So I've done it in various forms, whether it be my coaching or my writing and my speaking. And I just knew that now was the time for me to do it on a grander scale. And it was politics. How grander can you get, right? Helping everyone. So that was really when I made the decision. Now is your time, Tanya. I joined New Zealand First because they aligned with my values. Everything about the party said yes to me. And what was really interesting that I went and read everything about their website and I couldn't believe that I hadn't done that before. And it made me really think, I'm an intelligent woman, yet we go and make the same decision every 3 years without really thinking about it. But this time around, I did my research and I got quite a surprise and wondered why on earth I hadn't bolted towards this party in the past. I just loved everything about them. And the decision was clear for me. And when you've just got a deep, deep knowing, well, I had that. And there was no doubt in my mind that New Zealand First was going to be the party for me. I loved everything about them and the people. It was like a great big family. So, me being Croatian, we're loud and passionate, and there was a lot of humour within the party, which I really resonated with. So it was definitely my place to be. I called it home, you might say. Campaigning is a different beast. Now, I'm used to hard work. However, I just found this kept you on this really high adrenaline buzz for a long time. And every now and then you'd go into this heap of, oh my goodness, I need to sleep. It was an amazing experience and one I would never replace. You really connected with not only the team, but also the people out there who you were wanting to convey the message of New Zealand First to. So I won't lie, I loved the process, but then there was a part of me at the end of campaigning where I thought, gosh, I need to sleep now. But what happened is actually after election night, we just got straight into it and we were called on the Saturday or Sunday after the election and said, Tanya, you're going to Parliament on Monday. So I was on a plane straight away on Monday morning and the sleep I was hoping for didn't happen for a little while, but you're so excited and you are full of adrenaline and honour. That you just, the energy comes from within, and I found that was what happened. So the journey into Wellington was extraordinary, and I have to say ever since it has been, I feel so privileged to be part of the House of Representatives and representing the people of New Zealand, representing New Zealand First. It is a privilege that I will hold dearly and always respect. I had heard that it was going to be busy, that it would be long hours, so be prepared, Tanya. And that was what I was. I came prepared and I just let go of the outcome. I thought, Tanya, if you only get 2 or 3 hours sleep a night, that's okay. So when I accepted that it was going to be full on, it's quite interesting how I just embraced it and went in boots and all. And I've got to say, I've loved it. I've really loved it. And I look back on the last 20 years of my life and I go, I feel like the last 20 years of my life have been a preparation for this time now in Parliament, and that's where I hold on to this deep gratitude that I am here and will do my very best to represent the people of New Zealand. So it's been fun, it's sometimes exhausting, I'm not going to lie, but as I have said before, the energy, you find the energy when you're on purpose and when you're passionate about what you're doing. Sleep doesn't matter.
I, Tanya Unkovich.
You have to really take care of yourself. I've put it in my diary and in my brain that no matter what, I'm going to take care of myself physically, emotionally, spiritually, and I'm going to have great support around me. To take care of your physical health is an important part of the equation to succeed, not only in Parliament, but in any high-end role. You really must take care of your physical and your mental health. So that's my commitment to myself, it's my commitment to my party, because then I can show up for the party, and it's my commitment to the people of New Zealand. There are so many things I am passionate about. I speak openly about my love and wish to advocate for mental health. You know, it's a journey that many don't want to speak about. So I want to be the voice for those who don't feel that they have a voice. I've had my own journey as a teenager and then facing huge grief in my life, and then later on with my elderly parents. There's been a journey, and there are so many people in our country who are silently suffering. So I want to bring awareness, I want to find solutions and deliver results for the people who need them, whether they be youth, whether they be business people struggling, whether they be parents at home, whether it be families unable to put food on the table. It brings a deep, deep level of stress that manifests in so many ways. So I'm really passionate about, like I say, bringing awareness and finding solutions. Now, another area that I'm deeply passionate about are the seniors in our community. I've always had a love for the elderly, and taking care of my parents in their later years has been one of the greatest privileges. Now, our seniors are so often forgotten. You know, they too struggle with mental health issues. They are lonely, and they're of the generation where it's, no, she'll be right. But you know, maybe it's not. So I'm very committed to ensuring that our seniors are taken care of. Now, another thing is my desire to unite the people of New Zealand. That was a big driver for me to come into politics during a time when we were divided in some way, and there was a lot of scrapping going on, and it doesn't help. You know, a house divided cannot stand, and it's time for the people of New Zealand to come back together. So I'm going to unashamedly be a voice for unity here in New Zealand, and that is something I so want to bring during my time as a new parliamentarian. During the first 100 days, I'm not going to lie, part of me wants to learn everything. There is so much to learn here in Parliament, so I'm going to spend as much time as I can being in the House, observing and learning. Because the more I learn and understand how the system works, how the process works, the more I can help our party. Because there's only 8 of us, you know, we're going to be busy. So the more I know how the system works, the more I can help my team, assist my team. Now, it's no secret that our government wants to do a lot in this first 100 days, very results driven. So I'm going to do my best to ensure that that happens, and if it means also helping the team to ensure that these results are pushed through, then that is what I will commit to doing. So you've heard from me today. You've heard a lot from me today, in fact. Next week, we're going to have a special guest for you. Now, we will come back in the new year with a weekly lineup of amazing guests and talks, all sorts of things for you to enjoy. I'm Tanya Unkovich, your host and a List MP based in Epsom. Stay tuned for more engaging conversations and stories that matter. Subscribe, share, and be a part of the dialogue shaping the future of our nation. This is FirstHand. Until next time, take care.